of life training.
Okay, here we go. Now we're starting. Good thing that nobody saw that. I'll have to put that out there. Sound starts. At 1:20 or something. Yeah. So thanks for bearing with me. So I saw that thing and I was like, dude, and it made like tears come down my face, and then I had a like a flurry of memories from when I lived in Texas, and it was, an amazing time. I was 9 and 10 years old while I lived there, and there were streams and creeks, and there was a creek, and there was like a big hill, and there were caves, and it was, woods everywhere, and you know desert type conditions as well, and it was hot, and it had all kinds of creepy crawlies, all kinds of animals and such. I mean, things that'll kill you. I never did run across a bear, but I think coyotes. I never ran across a coyote either. But I mean, I've got story after story after story about Texas because it was freaking awesome. It was an amazing experience, and it taught me a lot. It taught me not to be a pussy. I think I could say that. Like, I don't know what the rules of this face of I don't know what the rules are when it comes to how how long you have to wait till you cuss, because I do cuss sometimes, so beware of that right now. But I just want to go over my Facebook feed because it's different than yours, so it's scrolling. I might go over my Facebook feed, and I might go over some um, YouTube stuff that's on my feed, my algorithm, sharing my algorithm with you, because guess what? You don't get the same algorithm as me. And if you don't get the same algorithm, you're probably not going to get this video anyway. But, for somebody that does get the video, welcome. You're here intentionally on purpose, by no accident. I talk about these guys. They always put this advertisement up there. I really, really want to see that all the time, right? Oh, somebody's missing. My high school friend is missing as of last Tuesday. Please, if you know anything, please message Christy Ray. And Janice, if you see this, please contact us. We're worried about you. Please keep a lookout. There's been a report made. It's Janice Stone, missing since 9/16/25. She was born 9/23/78. She just turned 47. White female, eyes are blue, hair is brown, 100 pounds, 5'4". Last seen wearing mom jeans, graphic white t-shirt, and blue shoes. At Fort Hamilton Hospital or on Smith Road, we're not sure. Anyway, this is in the Hamilton West group. This guy I just met, Darshan. I had a conversation with him. He's another guru. There it is, emerging talent band or badge. Sorry. It's been a lot of fun sharing his poems. Oh, he's a poet, so he has I don't know what he said, 20,000 poems or something. Maybe not, but either way, he's positive. He's a coach essentially. So always talking good stuff. I mean, I talked to him for about an hour and a half, and it was really just, motivation positive the whole time. This stuff right here, okay? If you bought into this, if you buy into this, I mean, that could be Black Power, that could be Hail, Germany. I mean, who knows? But this is all an act. And if you don't know this by now, then, stick around, because they're actors on a stage. It's like literally this guy gets paid to play a role. If you don't know this, the United States is a corporation, and it's just like a business. And it pretty much got overtaken in like 1937 or something like that, in the 30s maybe. 2029, it was when the Federal Reserve was created, and that's not a Federal Reserve, that's a private entity too, and you might not know that. So this is what I mean about truth and love. Look, check this out. Money is coming your way. This is Jabundance. So it's like the queen goddess of abundance is what I get out of that. She's awesome. She's always posting positive stuff up there. See, again, this crew that came from, in my opinion, the United or the common denominator is David Allen. But all these people probably, are aware of that guy, David Allen. If you don't know David Allen, he reminds you about your words every day. He always just puts little anecdotes up that, remind you that, oh yeah, I am in charge. And this girl's funny. She's another David Allen acquaintance, I suppose is what I should say. There's that again. What's on your feed? That's what I want to know. Do you guys, I wonder if I can do this. I need to, because I can't see. If you guys are posting comments, I don't know quite how to do that just yet. So I'm doing the best I can with what I got. Part of that is you guys, hopefully, can give me a little feedback. I should be over here. Pull that down. All right. Thanks for bearing with me again. We're going to get this. And here we go. Octung. Attention restore. The Republic going live. Andrew Ink. Octung is, I don't know if you guys remember Pink Floyd, Octung Baby. No, it's not Octung, not Pink Floyd. U2, Octung. I think it was U2, right? Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments. Oh, this is a good time to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I appreciate you doing all that. I'm going to be doing these a little bit more, just going through, the crap that they, it says none of this is happening by accident. It's intentional. Angelina Jolie on Israel war crimes in Gaza and world government complicity. Okay, now look, somebody put this out there. Let's see what he has to say. Reverse the irreversible. Free yourself, family, and clients from the sick care system with the world's most powerful bodywork, Wolf non-surgical certified. So it's an advertisement, but he used Angelina Jolie to draw attention, to get a click. That's too much. I got something like that I could pop on here. Can you guys see that all right? All right, you want me to, UA Sport. All right, now, that's my cousin, from my brother and mother's side. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. I've already lost my comfort in that. There went the inspiration. Here and gone. Got to use it while you can. That's what you do. Do it while you can. Do it while you're inspired. I had a little bit of inspiration and jump on here, share a little bit. So I did. I don't have long, so you don't have to deal with me much longer. But thanks for sticking around this long if you have. This guy, Emin. Fellas, don't say I ain't helping you guys out there. Ladies as well. Superfoods for your erections. Pumpkin seeds, beets, pomegranate, Brazil nuts, spinach, garlic, oysters, watermelon, maca root. Now, do you believe all this? It could be. But do you believe it? Do you know it? I've heard about oysters. I actually have heard that Brazil nuts help raise your testosterone. I don't know much about pumpkin seeds. Beets are, I'd say, for blood flow for sure. Pomegranate, I don't know. I mean, maybe NO2. Garlic is always good regardless, no matter what. I mean, you could take garlic every day. And this stuff I feel like I've heard of as well. Spinach, I guess they say it has iron. I don't know. But you really can't believe a damn thing that you've ever been taught because they lie. Looks like somebody had fun at a concert. And it says, it says, I'm not a magician, but I once turned a back rub into 2 kids and a mortgage. This guy, he's a cool guy. I know him from the gym, this guy right here. Decky. This guy is a freaking animal. He's a beast. It's David Robert Sheeran. He's a Iron Man, Iron Man, Iron Man, Iron Man, Iron Man, Iron Man, Iron Man. Winner, 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 champion, champion, champion. First place, first place, first place. And he's still going strong. I'm not going to listen to this right here on the air, but, you know, kudos to you, David, because you're awesome. And he's a big Trump supporter, and he's buying into the paradigm lie that, you know, things are the way that they're presented on the TV. It seems to me. So some of his stuff to me is more like rhetoric, but he believes it, and so it's true for him. Just like, you know, everybody believes the left and the right, and they're, you know, Trump's fighting for our rights, or Trump's a racist bigot, you know, whatever you think. You know, you're doing the right thing and being divided. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. Oh, and this is for my mom, this is my stepsister, Johnny. My mom, her birthday was the 19th. We're going to dinner here shortly. I'm going to take her out for her birthday because she was busy on Friday and then through the weekend, and this is really the first time that we could get together. And this guy is always posting wisdom, right? Barrymore. I really am going to get, I think I'm going to start this podcast that's called What's Your Story? And I'm going to get people like this on who have gone through the hell and come out on the other side. He seems to know that your words create and your thoughts create, and he's been through life. So, he seems to know these things. And I'd like to get different people's perspectives. And one of my favorite questions is, what's your story? Because that leaves it open to interpretation for the person. So I don't want people to, I don't want to ask a directed question to the point where, you can say, what do you do for a living? You could say, are you married? You could say, where'd you grow up? You could say, all these different things. But if you say, what's your story? Then it leaves it open to the person. So what is pertinent in their life, or what they think you might think would be pertinent, they will share with you. So, and most people just say, oh, I don't know. I don't have a story. I don't have a story. But that's a lie. Everybody has a story. And, where are you at in your story, and have you come out on the other side yet? Because you will. You will, and this might be part of that process for you. Or maybe you've already come out on the other side, and maybe you've fallen back into old ways and habits, because, that's kind of easy to do too. Once you know, you still have to condition that in on a daily basis. You have to remind yourself, and hopefully that's what this is doing for you, to remind yourself to speak to yourself with love, care, compassion, forgiveness. Be good to yourself. You be your own best friend. Everywhere you go, there you'll be. So you can't even run from yourself. You have to readjust what you've been putting in. If you're putting in bad stuff habitually that you have just because you picked it up somewhere and you believed it at the time, you have to step back, realize, become aware you're not a piece of shit. You're not too young. You're not too old. You're not too slow. You're not too ugly. You're not too fat. You're not too whatever it is that you want to give yourself, okay? Dumb. You're not. But you've said that and you believe it. But you can trust me that I've seen what I'm talking about happen for other people and myself. I mean, hundreds of times I've watched people change their words and then change their reality. Because your words give you a perception of reality. That perception of reality gives you a feeling of being. That feeling of being is your vibration, which draws in the elements of your life. Pretty simply put. So your practice is always becoming or being aware of the words that you're using and the imaginal acts that you're creating inside your head. If they're not supporting you, eliminating them, getting rid of them. How do you do it? You got to replace them. You replace them with something else. You write it down, though, because you're going to forget tomorrow, and you got to put it somewhere where you remember it, like on your mirror. Put it on your mirror. Put it on your bathroom mirror. Put it on your bedroom mirror. Put it on the refrigerator. Put it on the handle of the refrigerator. Put it on your computer. Stick it to the screen. Put it on your dashboard. Put it on your mirror in your vehicle. Put it somewhere. Put it everywhere. Put it on somewhere where it will remind you. There's so many things that people, in a moment are inspired and want to make that change, but that change doesn't necessarily happen completely in that moment, okay? That change is the start to change, the action now, which is write it down. Write it down. I'm becoming more successful every day. What does that mean to you? What does that success mean to you? What's it look like to you? Write that down. I'm becoming more intelligent every day. I'm becoming a better negotiator every day. I'm becoming a better salesperson every day. I'm, whatever I am is for you. If you need help with this, I can help you. Just contact me. I know this isn't the right time, and this is probably a terrible, nobody's going to see this, I think. And I could be right, or I could be wrong, whatever. I'm not trying to speak that into existence. I know that, but, I don't feel like anybody's on here, right now. So it's going to take a little while, and I'll get this format thing going on, and it'll be a little more entertaining as well as informative as I go along. Oh, let's see. Can I turn this on? Let's see. Intro music. Oops. I'm at YouTube, so I'm trying to get intro music. I was looking at this guy, and he was talking about manifestation, and the only thing that you need to do to manifest is really to know. So, and I thought, it makes sense. I didn't agree with everything he had to say, but he seems like he knows what's going on and it's working for him for sure. Right? And this says you are the first victim of your own anger, meaning that when you get angry, you're doing that to yourself. Do you want to do that to yourself? Oops. Let me try that again. There we go. It's going to be cinematic. We got to do this. Can you guys hear this? I wish somebody was watching so that you could tell me if you hear it. I can't see. Maybe I'll do this too. Can you hear that? I'm going to pull up some different windows, and this is really, again, for my entertainment. This is my learning, so you being here for any amount of time is awesome to me. I appreciate you. Hit the like. I am going to try to build this channel up a little bit because I think I want to do this a little bit more and get a little bit more comfortable with it, and then definitely more entertaining because I've got this huge studio behind me, around me, that's got all kinds of stuff. And hopefully you can hear this music, but I don't know if you can. And hopefully it's not screwing up my mic. I don't know if that's the case, so I won't know until I can do that. Can you hear that? Or maybe I should pause it and see if that changes anything. Can you hear that when I pause it? Let's see where I am here. On StreamYard, how long am I on? How long have I been going live here? Come on, guys. Help me out. I don't see anybody commenting. I don't see anybody sharing. This is horse shit. Okay? 20 minutes. That's about what I thought I was going to be doing. So yeah, hopefully you got at least something out of that. You probably already know that stuff, but I'm going to say it again and again and again and again until you get it. And then even when you get it, I'm going to say it again because you can sometimes lose it. Looks like Shane. This guy's he's got a business. Everybody should have a business too. And I worked with him at World Gym. I don't know if he's still training there or not. But good dude, good heart for sure. Funny. More of this guy. This is a girl that I trained in Florida when I lived there. Anything to do with exercise and movement, right? If you don't have exercise and movement happening on a daily basis, you're probably doing it wrong. They say if you don't make time to exercise today, you'll make time to be sick tomorrow. This girl, Samantha, she's part of the, I gotta figure out a good name, David Allen crew. She's part of the David Allen crew, and she's always putting up positive stuff and making positive comments. She said, life is strange. You arrive with nothing, spend your whole life chasing everything, and still leave with nothing. Make sure your soul gains more than your hands. So basically learn, enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. That's what it's all about. Ask yourself the question, what do I want? And if it doesn't matter if you've been told that it's wrong or not, if it's not causing loss, injury, or harm to anybody else, and ideally to not yourself, but you have that choice, that's the free will. That is it. That's what free will is. You can do anything so long as you're not causing, and you can do that. You can cause loss, injury, or harm, but you will be punished in this world and in your spirit, in your life, in your beingness, so you have to resolve it. You have to act in honor, and then all that makes you feel good. People have it so wrong where they think they're getting over on somebody, or they think that they're gonna win. If you're cheating somebody out of a deal, if you're cheating with your spouse, if you're lying, you're not doing that to the other people. You're doing it all to yourself, and you're gonna pay the consequence of that action in this realm sometime soon, maybe today, who knows? So you have to die to your old self, put off the old man and put on the new man. That's what that means. Okay, you are born again here right now. You say, I repent, which means to turn away, and you say, I'm going to do what I know is the right thing to do from this point, and do your best to do that, and then do it again, and then do it again, and then do it again, and realize there's a spiritual battle going on. Whether you're aware of it, or whether you believe it, or whether you think so or not, it doesn't matter. The powers that are in this realm, I can't not see. I can't see that there's good and evil happening. I can't not see that there's good and evil happening. Like the crazy stuff that's going on in this world. And, you have to be looking around and saying, what's going on? What is going on? All the Charlie Kirk stuff, dude, that is such a big, it's the reason I'm talking about it is because everybody's talking about it, right? Why is everybody talking about it? And what are the feelings, the emotions that are charged behind that subject and topic? And we don't even know if it's real. We don't know if he really died. We don't. There's you've seen footage. If you haven't, there's a lot of footage out there that's questioning the official narrative. And then you've got people coming out that are questioning the official narrative. And these are people in high places, influencers, if you will. People like Candace Owens, who are saying, wait a minute, something's not right. So you believe her, but she also says she's a Mason for Turning Point. Doesn't mean she's a Mason. But essentially, to have that kind of a following and to have those kind of subscribers, you have to, and I don't know this for a fact, okay? This is what deductive reasoning has told me, that you have to be promoted at any time. YouTube can either promote you or suppress your message. And I've seen it happen definitely on the suppression level. And I see some faces are promoted and get 10 million, views on something that the only reason they get it is because they want that message out there. Okay, you get what I'm saying? Everything, the world is a stage. Everything you see on social media is a stage. It's questionable. You have to question everything. Not sure who that is. You have friends on Facebook that you met somewhere one time. You're like, oh, you on Facebook? Yeah, give me your thing and I'll friend you. But you never actually talk to them ever again. I don't know. But you never know when you'll talk to them again. So who knows? You can't screw up in this life. I'll say that much. It says, I do not see a revival. I see very dangerous times ahead. I just pray God finds me the path out of here until we become collectively enlightened. So basically, she's saying people are waking up. People are getting it. And, it could be rocky in the meantime. I mean, I think whatever happens is going to, but at least if we can create an awareness or share an awareness with other people and start thinking and being a different way, it says, if you want to change the world, change yourself, right? So change yourself. Well, there we go. That puts me into the picture again. I didn't realize I was way down there. Or maybe I was still in the picture. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So it all starts by writing something down and making a decision. You can make a decision right now that you're going to make a change, whatever it might be. I'm just going to start drinking more water today. Here's some water. Here's a gallon of water to take with you. I mean, they're easy to carry around. I know you don't want to be drinking microplastics. It's probably better if you get a glass jug. That'll be maybe one of my next things. Copper mugs also. I want to get a copper cup. That's what I want to do. Anyway, hydrate, right? All day long. You should be drinking water all day long. This guy's funny, Mark. So I'm writing you a ticket for driving alone in the carpool lane, me. You're going to feel really stupid when you look in my trunk. That's like saying that you had kidnapped somebody or put them in your trunk or something. That's what that means. I don't know these guys offhand. You guys know what chime is? I don't know. It's not a thing. It says, was in the script. See this, though? See what's going on there? This person believes that it's scripted. It's all a stage. And do you think that, what does this mean? Does anybody know what this means? Ooh, look at this. Something about the birth certificate. You're a trust fund asset. Your birth was not a beginning. It was a transaction. The state took your arrival and turned it into a financial event. Your name was converted into all caps, creating a corporate version of you used to open a secret Sesta KV trust. This is not theory. This is the hidden system that runs the world. Your trust pays first whenever you buy a house, take a loan, get fined, or even get arrested. You pay again, double, triple, 10 times over. Your life is a revenue stream. Your labor is collateral. Your name is a commodity. From birth, you were declared legally dead in legal fiction. Your estate held in trust, traded on global markets. The officials know, the bankers know, the judges know. They access the funds. You never do. The straw man. Your all caps name is the straw man. It's not you, it's a property. It allows the system to profit from your existence while you work and pay. Thinking you are the debtor when you are actually the asset. And I'm going to add to this, but it's a corporation. They made a corporation with your name on it. It's a dead entity is what it is. And then they trade that. It says the house trap. I don't know this, but I'm reading it with you for the first time. The house trap. Your mortgage isn't a loan, it's a heist. Your trust fund reimburses the bank instantly, but you still spend decades repaying them. The original loan is copied and sold again and again. You buy your house 10 times over while they laugh. And that's real too, because I'm seeing people discharge debts. It's all fraud. Anything to do with your mortgage is a fraud, because just what that guy said, it's not a loan, and it is paid for as soon as you sign. What they do is they take control of that negotiable instrument, which is your contract, and they take it to the Federal Reserve window, and they get cash for it. So they get paid by giving that to the Federal Reserve. Then, excuse me, then you pay them again. So every loan that is for a mortgage or even cars, they get paid twice. Perpetual feed, it says, unwed mothers, government workers, soldiers, each status opens a new account tied to your trust. They give you crumbs and harvest millions. Welfare, fines, prison sentences, all part of the same machine, feeding off your hidden estate. So, like, I don't know a whole lot about this. I'm learning more. But, like, a bond for, like, if you get bonded out of jail, then that's actually like a currency. The bond, they're using your body as the collateral to that bond. Something to that effect. That's why I say I'm not real sure, but you could check more into that. But it's crazy, and they just trick you, and it's all voluntary, and you don't have to volunteer. The reveal. This is why every document, every interaction with the system uses your all caps name. They are not addressing you. They are accessing the asset. The truth, you are not the debtor. You are the collateral. You are the engine of the secret economy, and they never told you, because if you knew, the system would collapse overnight. And it seems to be going that way, and that's why part of the reason I think things seem to be escalating as far as like how crazy the government is being or trying to be. You know, all the stuff that pushes toward how fast it seems like it's all happening kind of quick. You know, there's a bunch of crap happening. Since 9/11 is when I figured it out, and I'm like, okay. And then they came up with the Patriot Act, and the Patriot Act tells you that you don't have any effing rights at any given point. Martial law can be declared, and you can be arrested and held forever without anything. That's essentially what the Patriot Act tells you. And it's, you know, they're trying to do these things. So you have to know who you are, which is a man under God, a man on the land, you know, not the corporate entity that they're trying to describe you as, and then using your body as, you know, because you're a spirit, right? You're a man, you know, born in the image of God. I mean, if you don't know that, then you really don't have much of a fight in this battle. But if you know that, it's very easy, because that's all you have to know. You know, I'm the man, this is a corporation, and I'm bigger than that corporation. I am above that corporation. That corporation is for my service, if I choose that even, but to serve man. The corporations, it's God, man, corporations, or, you know, government, whatever. Corporations, you're still over the government too, and they're trying to make all this stuff happen. It's the same. The government and the government and the corporations are essentially the same thing. They've fused, and so everybody's coming in together from government and corporations. Like Pfizer people end up in the government in high positions. You know, they used to sell Pfizer, or somebody in the government ends up in Pfizer as they retire from the government, and then they have high positions there. And now I'm using Pfizer as an example because I've seen that actual thing, but there's other ones, Moderna, and any But the point is, the corporations and the government has combined, and they have people working in both places to put things in place. That's why the FDA doesn't really matter. They're pushing poisonous food. If you don't know that what you're eating is poison, and there's you have to eat organic, right? Everybody knows it's healthier to eat organic. Well, it's actually killing you to not eat organic, and they know that, and they make things so that they're addictive. The cigarette companies joined and merged with the health companies, and they made food even more addictive. You can check all this out if you're hearing this for the first time. But yeah, it's like it takes all of us, is what I say, and this guy's just doing his part and he's putting it out there. Thank you. Or this girl, Kiki, sorry. Or Ryan, she's sharing it, he's saying it. So his name is Ryan M. Williams, and he's got a picture of a birth certificate, and then he goes through all this stuff. I'm not going to keep going because I really am going to get off here in a minute. But thanks for watching me scroll my feed. See this kind of stuff. I mean, we should all know these kind of things, right? What's he going to do? What's he going to do? Oh, look at that. So now he can just cook up hard boil some eggs. Hell yeah. See that? I mean, so he needs some damn tuna. Tuna and eggs, baby. Can of tuna. Who couldn't do that? Does he have bread there? You're not going to make the bread out there, probably. I don't know, maybe. Somehow. Get the flour. But I think, make your own food, grow your own food, know how to take care of yourself. Know how to take care of yourself. It's huge. If you know these things, you can become healthier on little things. I mean, what's this say? Barbara O'Neill, she's awesome, right? I mean, at least I follow this stuff, and it seems like she knows what she's talking about. A lot of people seem to follow her. I don't know. But cayenne pepper, vinegar, and garlic all have amazing benefits for your body. I mean, getting you healthier, right? Uh-oh. This says it's died suddenly news. This is about the jab. It says, let's get vaccinated. We can do this. Up in the corner, but it's got a double cut scene with Kramer talking to Jerry, and Jerry says, Kramer, there's a lot of people that posted that on their Facebook pages. And Kramer looks at Jerry and says, not as many as there used to be. Meaning, that they have succeeded in causing much, much, much destruction. That was one step, okay? 5G, if you guys don't know, 5G is not good. What they're doing right now in other countries is they're taking 5G towers and destroying them and burning them. And what I've seen, or what they say, is that it doesn't affect their cell coverage. Like, they can still use their cell phones, even taking those efforts down. So there may be alternative intentions for that. I just realized what time it was, so I probably should jump out of here because I am going to be meeting up with my mom. This is that guy I was telling you about, Brandon Joe Williams. I got to show you this guy real quick because he's freaking awesome. Cameron Wilson is another guy that I mentioned too, but he talks about Brandon Joe talks. He's got a whole thing. It's called his website is called onestupidfuck.com. Onestupidfuck.com. And he's got a course on here, and I'm trying to think of what the course is. I can't remember now. Anyway, good guy to follow if you're trying to stand on rights and freedoms. And we really do need to stand up together, everybody, on rights and freedoms in order for it to be effective. Can't have just a bunch of outliers. We got to get more people doing it than are not. Meaning, carry a gun. If you have a gun, carry a gun. Start carrying a gun. I know it feels a little weird at first, but do it anyway. Okay. We need to let everybody know that it's okay to carry a gun. And we also need to let everybody know that we're carrying a gun. So don't just hide a gun, carry it out in the open, let people know. I mean, you can hide a gun too, whatever. But I'm just saying, I'm looking for open carry kind of people because the Second Amendment shall not be infringed, okay? But they're trying to take away guns from people. And we need to all make it commonplace that guns are around, that we carry them, and that, you're not going to take them away. Because guess what? If people give up their guns and, some government or some, for safety say you have to give up your guns and people do that, dude, what kind of self-defense do you have? And it's going crazy here right now. So don't act like, that's outside of the possibility or the realm of possibilities. So, I guess with that, I'm going to head out of here. But I want to say, thanks for joining me today. You guys, life is good. And if you're going through hell, keep on going. Don't slow down. No, but truly, I mean, if you are going through hell, hopefully you get a little bit of promise out of this, a little bit of hope. And you have to remember, we all have to go through our own shit in order to get to where we're going. And at the worst of it, it seems like it's just impossible, potentially. And you may not want to be there anymore. And for somebody in that position, what worked for me was, please God help me, please God help me, please God help me, please God help me. And I didn't even have faith that that would happen. I just was so distraught and so overwhelmed, anxious, lost, just, it was terrible. It was a hell on earth right here, right now. And I was living it every day and I couldn't get out. And it was like a, Groundhog Day where I was repeat the cycle. I just, same. And it was not a good same. Okay. It was a bad same. So yeah, if you're in that position, say, help me, God. Help me, God. And enter me, or wake up inside me, or guide me, or whatever. Please, whatever it is, you can say this to yourself, and it is a prayer. It's thank you, Father, for the guidance. Thank you, Father, for the courage. Thank you, Father, for the love. Thank you, Father, for the wisdom. Thank you, Father, for the motivation. Thank you, Father, for, whatever it is that you want, as if you've already got it. Act like it's real. Feel it real. Have faith that it will show up if you keep focusing on it, because it will. But also, that works in the reverse, so don't focus on a bunch of crap that you don't want. Until next time, friends, make it your best day ever. Aaron David Spiegel, signing out.